know, the bedside talk, that's the real talk. When you have to sit up by the bed and say, listen, it's looking crazy right now. It ain't that things are bad, but things are just not all the way good. It ain't enough to complain about, but it ain't enough to make me happy all day. So I've been saying, God, I really want you to do what you spoke to me about the spirit of excellence. I want to do things excellent. I want to be better. And even the process, you don't know how far you are and how average you got until you start trying to be better. You don't really know how bad you are until you just say, I've been doing a little workout in the gym. I said, Lord, I ain't know how bad I was. Oh, Lord, have mercy. You don't know how bad you are until you start trying to be better. Whatever you're trying to be better in, you won't know how bad you've been until you start trying to do it. Trying to get right in position, trying to redevelop a habit that you had before, trying to jump back in and it'll be just like it was, but your body is spirituality really is in terms of how do you use your spirituality to say that I'm going to do things differently. I've been asking God, okay, I know you've given me wisdom on this and nuggets on that, but how do I take this and how do I take what you've given me and what you've done and how do I compress it together and make it something, a balm that I can apply to my life, that it becomes effective, that it brings healing to the parts of my life that I'm wounded, that it brings hope to my areas of my life where I felt hopeless. See, because if what I got I can't compress together and I can't take something and apply it to my life, it becomes unfruitful for me. And one thing God told me, he said, don't carry no dead weight into the new year. And this is not the year you can carry unnecessary weight, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally. You cannot afford to carry dead weight. Things that are unproductive in your life, things that are not going to advance you, not going to push you, things that are not going to make you better, you cannot carry those things. The weight of trying to carry things that you're not equipped or designed to carry is going to be to your disadvantage. So in order for me to unload, I first got to access what I'm carrying. See, what I did, I dumped some stuff that I needed last year. I got rid of some stuff I had to go back and see could I find. I got excited about getting rid of stuff and got rid of the wrong stuff. Some stuff like a laundry was tangled up with some other stuff. I ain't understand. I had to separate some stuff and then make a decision. Because see, some good stuff you got is tangled up with some bad stuff you've been through. Oh, it got all mixed up in the wash of life. So it has to be a separation, and you have to pull some things apart and say, this is good, but this is garbage. Y'all, I can't get no help here. Some experience has been good, and some experience has just been garbage. Okay. Y'all gonna make me fight up in here. But Isaiah begins to deal with that, and he talks about he finally saw something. What happened? He had an epiphany. He finally saw something like, oh my God, I saw the Lord. The whole while God had been there, but he couldn't see nothing. A lot of times you got gifts and talent, but you can't even see how these gifts and talent is going to develop into your future. You don't see how, okay, I can sing or I can write or I can do this, I can model, I can act, or I'm good with science, I'm good with math, or I'm good with people, but how do I see this as being something that's so valuable that it can change the course of my life and affect the community or affect the nation? Because I told God, I don't want to just change the community, I want to change nations. I'm called to be a world changer. You stay local, that's fine. Not me. I'm called to make change, massive changes. And I've been asking God, help me. But before I can make changes for others, I got to change me. Some stuff in me still raggedy. Some stuff in me still ain't excellent yet. I found out there's some areas of my life I've been operating not even average. Poor. See, I know everything is least average for you, but I look at success in my life, and some stuff ain't even average. It's poor. It's bad. It's hard to really look at your life and be like, okay, because it's easy. I want to look at somebody else so I can look at them. But he said, keep looking at you. My friend sent me a story. It was so funny. It was going around Facebook, and it was about this guy that say, Pastor, I'm not coming to church no more. And his pastor said, why? Because there's hypocrites in there, people lying, they ain't real, they fake, and da-da-da-da-da. And he said, oh, wow. He said, but before you leave, can you do me one thing? And she said, yeah. He said, I want you to grab this glass of water. And he said, I want you to walk around the building and don't spill any of it. He filled the glass to the top. I want you to walk around 2 times and don't spill any of it. So she gets and she walks around. She's trying to make sure she don't spill it because she ready to go because she's sick of them fake saints. And she walking. When she get back there, he said, did you do it? She said, yes. He said, what happened? She said, nothing. He said, I want to ask you something. Did you see any of the hypocrites? She said, no. He said, did you see any of the liars? She said, no. He said, you see, he said, you know why? You were so focused on the glass that you couldn't see nothing else. Come to church and focus on God and you can't see the mess. Sometimes we come and we are distracted by all these things. And that ain't our focus. We come to church to give God glory and magnify his name. But the enemy can have you looking at everybody else and their shortcomings and what they ain't and what they supposed to be and what they ain't be, that you ain't focused on what you came to get for yourself. They ain't blessing my whole life. And I thought about that for my life. My life would be so much better if I focus on making my life better instead of looking at what's going on with everybody else and how they so raggedy and how they ain't living right and how they can do better and how they lazy and how they ain't this and how. If I would focus in what's in my hand, the gift and talent that God has given me, I won't have time. I can't even see what you're doing. To talk about you, gossip about you, put you down, put myself above you, act prideful, be arrogant toward you, because I'm so focused on being the better me. Said, Lord, I said, boy, now you know you just gonna bless my whole life. He laughed. I said, no, for real, you bless my whole life. Because what it told me is focus in on your life, Cleveland. If you focus in on what the talent that God is giving you, you won't have time to complain because you're too steady trying to make sure everything he gave you that you don't lose none of it. And the water represents every minute. I don't want to waste a minute of my life looking at you. You so contained with this glass, you don't want to waste it. And to me, going around the church, for me, going around the world, I don't want to waste me going around the world missing what I'm supposed to see because I'm looking at you. He finally had an epiphany. What is God telling you? You need to have an epiphany. You need to be able to see. Your eyes need to be able to open up about what God really placed you to do and take everything you got and apply that so you can do it with the spirit of excellence. I had to confess some stuff. I have not been an excellent pastor. I've been a good pastor, but I ain't been excellent. Sometimes y'all get on my nerves. Just being honest. I don't even want to be bothered with them. Sometimes I've not been an excellent owner of the modeling agency because I've been frustrated. Because some people serious and some people not. And so then I'm just like, well, you know, whatever. And sometimes I haven't even been an excellent designer because I haven't even looked at what I had even in my inventory and what can I do to push it the right way. And guess what God told me? When you ain't an excellent, you'll tolerate average. When you operate in excellence, nothing else will do but excellence. But when you don't operate in excellence and you operate in average, everything becomes okay. It ain't the best, but it ain't the worst. The worst place to be is lukewarm. That's what you lukewarm about your career. Your career ain't fire, you lukewarm. Even though you want to be fire, but you lukewarm. You ain't gave it all you got, but you done did some stuff. You ain't sold all the way out. You ain't applied everything. You ain't tried everything, but you tried some things. And see, as long as we trying something, we better than everybody else because they ain't trying nothing. Looking at other people can cause you to slide into a place of average just like them. You really got to stay with people that keep challenging you and pushing you. But we don't like to be pushed because don't tell me what to do. I got to work at my own pace. You'll stay average. Because every great person got somebody pushing them and say, no, that's not good enough. No, you can give more. No, you can do more. That's why trainers are effective. Because when you say you too tired, they say, no, you're not. Keep on. Keep going. You got it. Just 4 more minutes. You're like, I can't. No more. Yeah, you can. They keep pushing you. And then you realize after the session over, I could do what I thought I couldn't. Listen, that's what God is. God is your trainer telling you can do what you thought you couldn't do. He said you can do it. Come on, say I can do it. I decided that I'm going to be my best, worst enemy. I'm going to fight me every time I find myself getting lazy. I'm going to talk about me every time I start slowing down. No, I'm going to talk about me. I'm going to be my own worst enemy. I ain't going to let you don't bother me. But me bothers me. Because I refuse to settle down into a place of complacency. I woke up the other morning, I said, Lord, help me. I'm scared of being average. That's a fear of mine. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't. I'm like, Lord, I feel like I'm being like everybody else. That thing scared, it shook me. See, you so busy wanting to be like everybody else, be average, you blend in. Be exceptional, and you always going to stand out. But what we do, we want to be better than other people. So average people, accepted people, hang around average people so they can look down on them because they know that their abilities exceeds theirs. But you're worse than them because you don't even have a discipline to be what you can be. They're being what they best can be, and that may be average in that particular area of their life. But that's not you. But because you are better, you won't work at it. I'm going to talk about Lorraine. Lorraine got a walk, baby, that will slay the islands, that slay you from. She got a walk that'll kill you. But she won't, she don't walk it every day. She don't work that walk every day because I know I can kill them. She knows she can kill them. So, see, but that's the trick of the enemy. When you know you can do something and you well at it and you can excel at it without effort, he say, don't work at it. I want somebody to get this. Because you're good at it, you don't have to work at it like other people. It's other people, they got to walk because they can't walk in heels. They about to fall. And then, they can barely stand up. They wobbling. They trying to see how to do it. And she just struck like she was born with heels on. And she just came out the womb walking. And so she doesn't have to work that. See, that can be dangerous. Because your greatest asset can be your greatest handicap. Because that's the thing that Lewis is creative. That boy can sit down, and I rigged him the other day, and he sat down and created a poster in 2 minutes. 5 minutes, he sent something right back. And I just sent it back and said, well, I still don't like it. Do something else to it. Because I've seen that he was able, his creativity is able to create something without effort. And when we do things without effort, that's how you slide into average. When you have the ability to do something and you stop putting effort in what you're doing, you lose the momentum to be the very best at it. When are you going to get to the scriptures? I'm coming. I want you to have an epiphany. I want you to realize because this is the year of excellence. And you got to decide that even when I'm not being measured, this is the principle. Even when you're not being measured, you got to be excellent in it. This is that it becomes a part of your character. It becomes the makeup of who you are. You don't even need an audience to do it. You don't need nobody watching you. It's just what you do. So he became somebody great. Like us. Somebody who was a nobody becomes somebody great. And you know what God began? He began to tell me, he said, this is the year that I'm going to take nobodies and make them somebodies. Not that you weren't already somebody, but he wants to let the world know what he thinks of you. Y'all, that's why I was crying in the back. Because your years of struggling, your years of tears and toiling, when God finally tells you, I'm releasing to let the world see what I see about you. You don't even know. You just know that you wasn't made to fit. You don't know why you wasn't made to fit. And you trying to we spend so much time, why I can't fit. Instead of saying, I've been created not to fit because evidently I'm in a mode all of my own. And so, and this is what God told me. Quit trying to fit in a mode because I may be setting you up to be one. You can't fit in one because you're the mold itself. He's going to use you for other people and develop them to be like you. Y'all will catch that tomorrow. Okay, let me hurry up. So Isaiah, he's talking about he became somebody great, and he saw the Lord highly lifted up. He began to see things, and God began to deal about the perspective. We got to quit looking at these people who looking for worms on the floor and not looking up in the sky. See, we still around people who scratching dirt. I'm looking for people who want to catch it in the sky. I'm only on the dirt to get what I need and come back up. Meaning that I know how to be carnal, I know how to be natural, but then I'm going right back up and be spiritual because I can't get what I need being carnal and staying with you and operating in the flesh and operating, being common with you and just, no. I got to get back up in the air where the air is thin, where few people are, because I can get that time to take what you've given me and see how I'm going to apply it to my life. Okay, let me get on here because I'm losing y'all. Okay, so Isaiah goes and sees something. By the time we pick him up in verse 46, he said, listen. He said, remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again, O mine, O you transgressors. See, I said, well, God, where's the transgression? Because you forgot to remember. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. See, you keep going over to the other side because you don't believe in yourself. You keep going to the enemy, and he keeps seducing you because he can't come to your side. So he says, come over here. Come on over here. You like, no, I can't come. God said no, and I ain't coming over there. So you can't come. You scared, or you scared to come over here. Because you know if you come over here, you won't go back. No, I can come over there. But come on over here then. And you sitting entertaining the enemy and saying, but ain't nothing over there. Why I'm going to go over there when I got everything over here? And I got the one who can give me what you got and what I got over here. So why am I going? But you believe the seduction. And so he convinces you to come over to his side. And what we do, we go over to his side and begin to doubt and begin to question the validity of who God is and what he can do for our lives. And we begin to doubt God's ability to do it. And the devil say, look at all this and look at that and look at this. How you going to make that happen? And you know it ain't you the world. There is a plan. And I want to explain to you today, I'm a plan. That's why it's a new day for you, because I'm going to show you how God has purposed it for your life. And when God has purposed it, you ain't got to plan it. All you got to do is operate in it. It's so many of y'all, the path already been established, and all you got to do is walk and won't even walk in it. Amen. See, we said, okay, listen, you ain't got that's enough. I got it. Listen. He said, remember this and show yourselves, men. Go back one second. He said, bring it again to a mind. Meaning you thought about this before. How many thoughts you had about being better but didn't do it? How many thoughts you had about changing and refused to change? How many thoughts you had about pursuing your dream and didn't pursue it? How many thoughts you had about doing things differently and just didn't do it? He said, you're a transgressor. It is somebody who operates in an area they haven't. You are not authorized to, as a believer, to operate in doubt. You transgressing. If you are a believer and you operate in fear and doubt, you are transgressing. Because you're not authorized to be over there in fear. Because I've not given you the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and of a sound mind. So if you're over there, you're transgressing. Just repent and say, God, I repent. I ain't have no business over there doubting what you gave me. Doubting, you gave me a gift. I know you gave me a gift. Why am I doubting this ability? Everybody see it and recognize it. It's been said. I even said I know I got it. Why am I not using? Why am I doubting what you gave me? Say, oh, he making it plain this year. You're a transgressor. He said, remember the former things of old. Remember how you used to have it when you were trying to find out what gift you had? Remember that confusion in your mind? You were trying to figure out what you were going to do or what you could do. You were trying to really find your ability or what you were strong in, your strength. Remember how you struggled real bad with, can I do that? Like, what can I do? You former stuff. That old stuff the devil keep telling you, now you know you ain't going to never make it. Now you just might as well quit and give up. Why is you trying that? 1 million people trying that and you going to try it too, but the 1 million people ain't me. Tell you, the 1 million people ain't me though. See what God telling you, the individual, you ain't the masses. You're not the masses. You're an individual. He have purpose for you. I'm trying to make this thing plain. What did he say? For I am God and there is none else. Well, God tell you, I am God and there is none like me. God said, I'm going to show you ain't nobody like me. He said, I'm going to show you. Because you don't believe nothing. I'm going to have to show you because even when I'm trying to, even though your life is proof that you ain't like everybody else, you still don't believe that you're exceptional. Even though your life proves the uniqueness of how I carved out a path for you that wasn't there, you still doubt it. Even though I carved a path of provision so you can go and pursue what you want, you still doubting if it ever can come to pass. I can't get no help now, but it's January, so I'm going to work this, baby. Yeah. He said, but for I am God and there's none else. God said, I'm going to do it, and I keep showing you, like, who else could have did that? God don't pick that. God said, Lord, I was talking to my sister yesterday, and I got teary-eyed. I was telling her, God really don't pick my life up, and he just don't drop me way in a context of people that I know not of. And giving me such favor. It just scared me. And as I began to testify to her, I got teary-eyed. I said, Lord, nobody could have did this but you. I didn't even see this. It ain't even nothing I could imagine. Didn't I understand when he said, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, it haven't entered your heart the things I prepared for them that love. You couldn't even perceive this. I ain't even hear nobody say, go to Africa. I'm going to bless you. I'm going to open doors for you. I'd have been like, you ain't hear my name. I'm going to tell you the truth now. That was not my dream. To go over there? No. I was like, Europe. Hey, London. I just love it. I'm still going there, but it may not be no direct shot. But what I couldn't perceive that God would do it that way. But see what God does, he's erasing how you don't plan things out. You don't make plans without him. So he said, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to erase that and I'm going to draw another plan. There is none else. You're going to say, ain't nobody but God. I'm God and there is none like me. God said, can't nobody like me. Nobody can do this but me. Nobody else have the power to take all your gifts and talent and pour you somewhere else that people recognize and don't even know you. See, that's the real witness. When you go somewhere else and people begin to know something, you say, they don't even know me, so how can they know my ability? See, we look at people who are common with us who can't even see you. They so busy watching you, they can't even see your gifts. They so busy seeing all the other negative stuff about you. You silly, you believe anything. You'll go anywhere, okay. That's all you can see about me. Don't see my hard work. Don't see my dream. Don't see my ambition. all you can see about me is my silliness to believe something that you can't see. My sister began to repent to me, and it blessed my life. She said, I'm sorry. I said, for what? She said, because, she said, we didn't believe you. She said, but I'm so glad you didn't let what we say limit you. She said, we couldn't see it. She said, that's why I keep going on your Facebook like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of my baby brother. I'm so proud. She said, because I know I was one of the ones trying to make you doubt what you knew was true. Now, it take a woman to do that. You have to put your big girl drawers on for that. You can't be no kid saying that. There's a level of maturity to go back and recognize that you discouraged somebody from their dream and to come back and say, I was wrong. People will act like and celebrate you, but they'll never come back and say they were wrong. Y'all don't want no truth today. They won't come back and say I erred and I apologize for not believing in you and not tapping in you and not pouring into you. I was telling Kenya, I was so blessed. I went to drop my mother off to her brothers when she was here, and I was with my uncle, and he said, what are you doing? And I was telling him, and he said, oh, man, I'm so proud of you. I said, thank you. And he said, what do you need? And it threw me off. I was like, a website. I didn't know you. You know, when somebody asks you something, you don't really know what to say because it threw you off. If I had time to think about it, you know what I would have said. Ching, ching, you know it. There you go. You know how to say but I was so thrown up. I said, I want to see something done different with my website, and Lewis ain't got time, and da-da-da-da. He said, okay, I'll get it done. I said, huh? And how God is so favorable, God just went on there, and somebody did it for like nothing. They said, oh, we'll do it, da-da-da-da. I said, okay. So he told my other uncle what he was doing, and my other uncle said, okay, I'm going to sow to something else. And because I was telling him, well, I'm getting an app for my clothing line, and I want an app, and da-da-da-da. And my other uncle said, I'll pay for that. I said, what? Because I had been putting money aside and saying, okay, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to have to use my credit card, and I'm going to get this, but I'm going to get it done. See, because I told God I'm going to walk in 2019 in excellence. And I said, God, what God told me, he said, this blessing is going to cost you a sacrifice. There are some things that can't do for free. You're going to have to invest in it to show God. It's an act of faith to show God I really trust you for it. It was a whole new world for me because I can get people to do things for me, but the Lord said, no, this time I want to show you that I got enough favor. I'm going to make somebody else sacrifice, but you got to be willing to sacrifice. And when you show me your faith to sacrifice, I'm going to make somebody else sacrifice for you. I was willing to do it, and God said, you ain't going to have to. I hired somebody to write my sponsorship letter. Because my budget for my September show is $25,000. Now, y'all have to know how economical I am to know that it would have to be God himself to drop that in my spirit. Because I believe I can get it done for $3,000. I'm telling you, I'd be like, oh, let me see. I'd be calculating, trying to find out, like, oh, I know there's a way. But the Lord said, I'm about to blow your mind. So I need you to go up to a place where you can't get it. I need you to create a budget where you have to believe me for it. He said, see, this is where you keep talking about you got faith. This is where you're going to know where your faith is. When you got to believe me for something that you know you can't just go and make it happen, and you can't pull it from here and pull it from there and make it happen, then you're going to know that's faith. Because faith in 2019 ain't going to be about what you say. It's going to be the manifestation of what you believe. Let me go ahead on. I'm going to help somebody else, maybe just you. He said, declaring the end from the beginning. See, all the way from the end of this thing, I'm telling you to the beginning, I've been saying you're going to make it. See, the thing, we at the beginning of it, and we're trying to look to the end of it. But the reason why we got a problem with God, because he comes speaking that it's done while you still trying to get to it's done. He's at the end of the result of what you about to happen. And he said it's finished. You're at the beginning and saying how it's going to be done. And instead of hearing, you too busy trying to see it. God said just listen and begin to move in it and begin to do it, and then let me be responsible for your end. But I can't give you an end until you start it. God can't move until you start it. Declaring the end from the beginning. You got to be from the end. God is saying you're going to make it. It's going to happen. It's going to be what I said, what I spoke, what I released, what I showed you, what you dreamed about, what that vision was about, what people said, what you heard, what you felt, what you sensed. All in your spirit, that's going to happen for you. And I know you at the beginning of it, and you struggling with it, and it seems like it's never going to happen. You don't know how things going to come together. That's when it's going to be faith. And from ancient time, the things that are not yet done. See, this is the problem. It ain't done yet. Those things that are not yet done, that's where you got a problem. But if it was done, you wouldn't need faith. You say it ain't done yet. I went to God and said, God, some stuff you told me it ain't done yet. He said, yeah, you're right. Is that all you going to say? Come on, give me an epiphany. I need something else. He said, where's your faith? Where's your discipline? Where was your works? I mean, I did You didn't stay faithful to the work. You got comfortable. You stopped doing it, the doors stopped opening. Why God going to have to wait on you? It's wasted time. God is a wise economist. One thing, he don't waste his time. Tell your neighbor, it ain't done yet. But I'm in my process. Now watch this. He says, saying, my counsel shall what? Stand. We in a counseling session. You know, you get how you feel, it gets expressed. I don't feel like it's never going to work for me. Bobby, it's going to work. It's going to work for you. And that's what you do in counsel. How many more times am I have to come here? Huh? It's uncomfortable to exit and express your heart. It's uncomfortable talking about things you buried. It's uncomfortable talking about things you're trying to avoid. We keep running from counsel. So every time God says stick in it and stay, no matter how crazy it looks, you're like, I just can't. Because I'm looking crazy. You can see you looking crazy, but you can't see God is in it. It's okay for you to look foolish because God said, I'm going to take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. You so busy worried about looking foolish when foolish is the best look you can have. Ooh. Thank you, Donald. You worry about looking foolish, but that's your best position. He said, I'm taking the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Thank you, son, so I didn't trip and fall. But why are you looking at so busy? I don't want to look foolish. The reality is he's stopping your foolishness. He's using your foolishness to make you wise. It's going to confound them who thought they had the best of this thing to happen. God is going to take the foolishness. God said, quit worrying about